It's an occasional indulgence for some and a daily diet choice for others.
Puppy monkey baby.
Welcome to WatchMojo's Top 5 Myths, the series that finds the biggest myths that people actually believe and dispels them one by one. For this installment, we'll be looking at the 5 myths about soda that left us parched. It doesn't matter whether you call it pop, soda, or a soft drink, these are the myths that continue to swirl around the world of carbonated beverages to this day. Myth number 5, Mountain Dew lowers sperm count.
Code Red Mountain Dew.
Now we know you love to swig down some Mountain Dew when gaming, or perhaps indulging in some Dew-ritos. But this is one myth that had you breaking the habit. But rejoice gamers, Mountain Dew doesn't actually lower your number of swimmers.
I distinctly remember you using the phrase
shooting dust.
Yes, thank you for not making me say it.
There's actually no research linking infertility to the popular green beverage, despite what people tell you about the combination of caffeine and yellow number 5 food coloring, which gives the drink its absurd color. This dye, also known as tartrazine, is also found in such popular foods as Kraft macaroni and cheese, but is passed through our bodies largely through urine, with very little of it metabolized in the body.
Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine? Probably not. No, but I do it anyway because it's sterile and I like the taste.
Sure, the FDA sent out a warning that too much of it can be detrimental to your health, but it's likely impossible to drink enough Mountain Dew to assert any sort of negative effects upon a man's sperm count. You'll probably die before that happens.
The caffeine and sugar turns the soupy fast food liquid in his stomach into a toxic gas.
Myth number 4, carbonation causes brittle bones. The next tall tale on our list is one that has long followed the soft drink industry, and is more likely a case of mistaken identity. The idea that carbonated drinks causes brittle bones isn't so much because of carbonation, but rather phosphoric acid, a flavor agent which some say increases acidity in the blood. The body then apparently tries to neutralize this increased acidity by leaching out calcium from the bones to compensate. So therein lies the problem. Sure, carbonation isn't the cause of brittle bones, but this phosphoric acid is present in a lot of carbonated sodas, particularly colas. If you want to avoid this problem, you might want to stick to a glass of sparkling water to get your fix of bubbles. Myth number 3, ginger ale can treat your nausea.
I don't think I have the strip club in me tonight. I'm just gonna get some ginger ale and watch some pay-per-view. I'll book us some flights after the morning.
Is your tummy wummy hurting? Just take a swig of ginger ale, right?
Wrong.
The main idea here is that the ginger thought to be found within most commercial ginger ales tends to have a calming effect upon the stomach, and serves as an antiemetic or a drug designed to combat vomiting. The problem, however, is that most ginger ales don't actually contain ginger, but an artificial flavoring designed to replicate the real thing.
It's all a lie.
Scientific studies comparing the antiemetic effects of ginger have also come out mixed at best, with many doctors simply chalking up this myth as one largely based on a placebo effect. In other words, if it makes you feel better to drown your stomach sorrows in ginger ale, then by all means, but that relief you feel might just be soda bloat from downing the can. Myth number 2, New Coke was a marketing ploy. We're not that dumb, and we're not that smart. This is what former Coca-Cola president Donald Keogh had to say in response to those who critiqued his company's legendary marketing disaster for 1985's New Coke, and the subsequent myth that Coke planned the whole thing all along.
We gave America a choice, and more people said, Coke is it.
Nope, this was no ploy, as the company had actually been losing ground in their cola war against competitors Pepsi, and their own line of diet and citrus-flavored drinks. Coke decided that drastic action needed to be taken on the soda pop front, and thus New Coke was born, a sweeter take on the classic formula that was more in line with what many Pepsi fans enjoyed about their preferred brand. Consumer response was actually favourable at first in blind taste tests, but brand loyalty is strong, and it wasn't long before public backlash and outcry led to the re-emergence of Coca-Cola Classic as the company's #1 seller. So things turned out well for the company, but apparently it wasn't a contrived plot. Myth number 1, diet soda is better for you.
You got another Diet Pepsi?
Sure.
Now there seems to be this idea that soda is incredibly unhealthy, but that you're much safer taking a swig of the diet version instead. As such, the sales of Diet Coke skyrocketed back in 1982, and they've been riding the wave ever since.
Yeah, Diet Coke, please.
Yeah, Coke.
Coke and a Diet Coke.
Is the drink better for you than regular sodas if you're watching your weight, however?
Diet Coke!
not according to some studies, which claim that the false sweetener of diet sodas triggers signals in the brain that confuses the body when it comes to judging your calorie content. This overtly sweet flavour is also thanks to the sugar substitute known as aspartame, which is currently one of the most controversial soda ingredients with regards to its safety.
That's embalming fluid.
Oh. Does it have aspartame?
No.
Cool.
Diabetes, stroke, and heart attack risks may also rise from those who routinely drink diet soft drinks, meaning the myth of diet soda being better for a, well, diet, may be one whose writing is on the proverbial wall.
'Cause the writings on the wall.
So how many of these myths did you believe? For more sperm counting top 10s and nausea reducing top 5s, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.